This is the final Toyota Talks of 2023, and I've got none other than the 2023 Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Stone Cold Kyle Welcher. You're gonna have a passenger everywhere you go now.
I am. For the rest of my life, it's gonna stay right beside me.
What does that trophy mean? I mean, on stage, I know you gotta thank your sponsors and everything, but last night you probably had a few minutes to just sit and look at it. What does it mean to you?
I mean, to me, it's the Holy Grail of bass fishing. You know, like it's the hardest thing to get. It's almost like it has to be an impossible season come together to get it. So for me, I think this is the absolute biggest accomplishment anyone can have in bass fishing. And I can't believe that, you know, I did it this year.
I asked you on stage, but how much did, and I hate to bring up the close call at the Classic, but how much did that pain that must have, I mean, it's just natural that the days, weeks after that, you start to realize how close you were. How much did that drive you going into these final three events?
You know, so I lost the Classic, and the way that I lost the Classic was on day 3, I wasn't really catching them, and I ran new water, and I actually caught a really good bag. So I made it really, really close, even though that my fish had ran out. So I lost the Classic, but I was still proud of my decisions and how everything went, because it was a very, very close tournament, you know, and then I made good decisions on the final day, caught a really good bag, just barely lost. And then I was okay with it. I had no regrets, everything was fine. So coming in these last 3 events, I wanted to be the exact same. Win or lose, no regrets, no playing it safe, nothing like that. So I had been there before, and I had lost with no regrets, and now I have won, you know, the same way.
Bittersweet, obviously the final, I mean, you had a chance to win today.
Yep.
But you also have to be realizing, like, if that happens yesterday, I'm sitting here with a whole different dude. That's how close.
Yep.
I mean, you're in a sport where you're not totally in control of your own destiny in some ways.
Right, definitely. Like, we have to have a lot of things go our way just to make a run like that, you know, 55 or 60 miles one way, then come back. Like, a lot of moving parts have to come together to get you there and back. A lot of times we take it for granted, but yeah, this is not a week where I can have any complaints at all. Just, you know, if you're gonna have a malfunction, day 4 is the day to do it, because you can only fall to 10th.
Dude, one of the most inspiring things on the Elite Series that I consider myself lucky to see is the support and the people that all of you guys have around you. And to watch the support that Hunter gives you, you know, on the water, off the water, YouTube, tournaments, I mean, and I told that story about the feathers, the lucky feathers. You know, how much does she drive you?
You know, she believes in me more than anyone should believe in another person, you know, and I know, you know, with her that I'm never gonna let her down. You know, as long as I work hard, make good decisions, you know, I'm not doing anything dumb, she's gonna be right there with me saying you can do it, you know? So that's just that support system that you need to take a risk, and professional bass fishing is a risk. So you know you got somebody like that in your corner, it just makes everything go a lot smoother. And like last year was the year whenever it was really, really good, you know, because I missed the Classic, had my worst year so far last year, and you know, having her there the whole time, cheering me on and stuff, that was very, very important, and kind of kept me going and kept me motivated and wanting to, you know, get out of the slump and improve, you know.
What's next for you?
I want some Classic redemption.
That burn in you, the Classic?
You know, I have a goal that I want a Classic. I wanted this. Obviously, you want to win some Elite Series also, but you can't put a time stamp on it. You know, like, yes, I definitely want to win one. Like, it's a driving force for sure, but it's not like I want to win next year's Classic or anything like that, because you can't, it's not arm wrestling or boxing or MMA or something. It's not like you can just out-muscle the other person. Like, you have to have it all come together. So I have the goal and I have the burn and the desire to get it, but I don't have a time limit on it. Like, it's just, as long as it takes me to get it, that's how long we'll keep trying.
Well, if you ask me, you're winning in many different fronts. Not only are you the Angler of the Year, but you have the love of a woman that will chase your lucky feathers down the road.
Yeah.
And that is a very rare thing, my friend.
Definitely. So the only reason they're lucky is because she told me they're lucky. So she found them and she said, hey, these are lucky. So I put them in the boat, and then now they've been through 2 or 3 boats now, and they stay in the boat, and she thinks they're lucky, so I do too.
Well, she'll keep chasing those feathers, and I imagine this dude is gonna keep chasing these trophies. Your 2023 Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Stone Cold Kyle Welcher.